What's going on, guys? So I wanted to discuss something with you guys real quick, man. And it's crazy, man. I think it's absolutely unbelievable. At the same time, it's almost not that unbelievable. And that is that, man, it just seems like the media, the national media, and all that stuff really wants nothing to do with Trevor Lawrence being in Jacksonville. I mean, it was crazy. Like, this whole entire, really just 2020 season, it was like, oh man, New York Jets, they are getting Trevor Lawrence. It's going to be amazing over there. Like, Trevor Lawrence is going to really help out that franchise, that team, the whole entire time leading up to it. But then all of a sudden, Jacksonville almost essentially locks up the number one pick with like 2 weeks left. And all of a sudden the narrative changed. It was like, how could the Jets do this? Oh, now Trevor Lawrence is in Jacksonville. There were like literally tweets out there saying that the Jaguars did not deserve Trevor Lawrence. And it was like, it was absolutely unbelievable. It was like, what is really happening here? And then once the Jaguars hired Urban Meyer, there became this narrative that the national media wanted to push the fact that, oh, Urban Meyer hired in Jacksonville. And instead of getting what people think about the hire, it turned into like, oh, Urban Meyer, the Ohio State connection. Like, could this be? Like, could there be a case where all of a sudden Trevor Lawrence, boom, he's not the number one pick? It seems like Justin Fields is going to be the thing because, when I look at it, Ohio State, Urban Meyer, Justin Fields, it makes so much sense. And everybody was like, no, it doesn't make any sense. And then even, there were even times where, the national media is so lazy when it comes to their coverage. Like, I remember an ESPN broadcast, and it was like Urban Meyer hired in Jacksonville. Then they had the whole entire 5-person panel. And first person to go to, Randy Moss, what do you think about the hire? He goes, I don't think this is a great hire for Duval County at all, man. You got all the Black Lives Matter over there. You got COVID issues. Urban Meyer is not going to really be great over there in Jacksonville. And we're sitting here like, what? Like, what kind of insight is that we're getting over here? Like, first of all, you want to talk about, Black Lives Matter being bad in Jacksonville. How about you, Randy Moss? Dude, you grew, the team that you played for was the Minnesota Vikings. Literally, where did the Floyd stuff happen? The George Floyd stuff happened in Minnesota, dude. And you're going to talk about, Jacksonville being bad for, the whole Black Lives Matter stuff and it being an issue like that. It's like, man, what kind of analysis are we getting over here? And nowadays there's really very few national guys that I can actually respect, man. And it's like, there's some good guys on the NFL Network, I will admit. I love Bucky Brooks, even though Bucky Brooks is basically a Jacksonville guy. Daniel Jeremiah is great. I really like Rich Eisen is also really, really good. But man, nowadays you have guys like Ryan Clark, Randy Moss, Brett Favre. Some of these former players need to get off the damn web. And it's just, I don't know, man. It just drives me nuts, the kind of coverage that we really get. And as Jacksonville people, it's like, where can we get good coverage from? Where can we actually find a source of media that is actually not necessarily great at what they do, but actually informed? Because it seems like nowadays, whenever we go to the national side to kind of get an opinion on Jacksonville, it's like people are talking out their ass, man. They have no idea what they're talking about. And it's amazing to me that this is people's full-time jobs, but they can't do a good job with this. And it's crazy. The Trevor Lawrence narrative, it went from, Ohio State, Justin Fields, that whole thing. And then now that it seems like Justin Fields is kind of sliding down draft boards, now all of a sudden Zach Wilson is almost a QB2. And now it's getting pushed at all these people like Ryan Clark, for example. I honestly might like Zach Wilson more. And it's like, dude, literally, you go to the last couple of years. Kyler Murray in 2019, it was like everyone knew Kyler Murray was the number one pick, but did there really seem like there was that much of a gap between him and the next guy, whether it be Daniel Jones, Dwayne Haskins, whatever. You know what I mean? It was like back then they're pushing, oh, this is a huge gap. In the next year, Joe Burrow between like Tua and Justin Herbert. And it turned out that, you know, where it all played out, that they're really, obviously we can argue about who had the best year, but one thing that we can kind of know is that there really was not that much of a gap between like Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert, but you know, the media never really pushed that. But now it's like, now that Trevor Lawrence is going to Jacksonville, who is a generational talent, you know, this isn't just me saying that, this is what we've been literally fed ever since he was basically in high school, generational talent. But now there's people pushing that, oh, maybe, you know, Zach Wilson's gonna be better than him. It's like, dude, like, if there's any year where there's a huge gap between the quarterback 1 and quarterback 2, it's this year. But it's like, I just don't understand, man. It's like, why Arizona? Why does Arizona get treated so much better than Jacksonville? Cincinnati get treated better than Jacksonville, but why is Jacksonville just so like hated? I just don't understand. I mean, it's like a gentle giant, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know, because if you're asking me personally, let's go to the like NFC side. Like, I would prefer the Cardinals be good than the Giants. You know, Cardinals are small market, Giants are big market, but you know, I would probably prefer the small market guys. But why is it that like the bigger markets get treated so much differently? I don't get it. I really don't understand. But you know what I mean? And then nowadays, like, literally nobody seems like, all these national guys, no one seems to like the Urban Meyer hire. Everyone's like, oh, it's not going to translate the college to pros, and you know, I don't know, man. It's just it's just laziness, man. Do your damn jobs, bro. Like, seriously. I don't know. I'm just tired of seeing all this crap. That's one reason, like, ESPN has gotten so bad. Like, I miss the old ESPN. I miss the ESPN where on Mondays we can tune in. There'd be Chris Berman doing the highlights. Nowadays, it's just this crap reporting. These guys suck. These guys don't know football. Like, I want to watch highlights again, man. Bring back old ESPN. Like, I don't know, man. Like, nowadays you have this crappy group of mismatched, like, former player turned analyst, and then like these wannabe, you know, skinny, like, pinheaded dweebs out here giving us coverage. It's like, dude, come on, man. But I don't know. It's a quick rant. I'm out in an undisclosed location in Orlando. Bo, give me the ball. You know how it is. But all right, guys, go Jags. Peace.